Hello everyone and welcome back to our English learning series. In this video, we are going to talk about the Libra man and his hidden personality traits. This content is prepared at B1 level and is suitable for learners who already have basic English knowledge and want to improve their listening and understanding skills. Libra men are often described as charming, calm, and polite, but these are only the visible parts of their personality. Behind this balanced image, there are deeper thoughts, emotions, and behaviors that many people do not notice at first. Today, we will explore 10 hidden traits of a Libra man and try to understand how these traits influence his decisions, relationships, and daily life. While watching this video, focus on the sentences, listen carefully, and try to learn new expressions from context.
Hidden trait 1. A strong need for balance. A Libra man has a very strong need for balance in almost every part of his life, and this need affects the way he thinks, feels, and behaves each day. Balance is not only something he wants to see around him, but also something he needs to feel inside himself. When his life feels fair, calm, and organized, he feels safe and comfortable. However, when something feels unfair, unclear, or emotionally heavy, he quickly becomes uncomfortable, even if he does not show this feeling openly. Because of this inner need, he often spends a lot of time thinking before he acts. He wants to be sure that his words and actions will not create problems or disturb harmony. This is why he usually speaks in a calm tone and chooses his words carefully. Many people think he is simply relaxed or easygoing, but in reality, he is constantly checking whether things feel balanced or not. This strong need for balance also explains why a Libra man dislikes extreme situations. Very strong emotions, sudden changes, or intense conflicts make him feel lost and stressed. He prefers steady progress instead of fast and risky moves. For this reason, he often avoids people who act aggressively or speak without thinking. He feels more comfortable with people who listen, explain their ideas calmly, and respect different opinions. When he is in a peaceful environment, he can think clearly and express himself better. When the environment is chaotic, his mind becomes crowded with thoughts, and he may feel tired without understanding why. Another important part of this trait is fairness. A Libra man cares deeply about justice and equal treatment. He does not like situations where one person has too much power or where someone is treated badly without a reason. When he sees unfair behavior, he feels emotional discomfort, even if it does not affect him directly. Because of this, he often tries to understand both sides of a story before making a judgment. He listens carefully and avoids quick decisions. This makes him a good mediator, but it can also create pressure because he feels responsible for keeping peace. However, this constant search for balance can sometimes work against him. While trying to protect harmony with others, he may ignore his own needs. He may say yes when he wants to say no, or stay silent when he should speak. Over time, this can create inner stress and emotional exhaustion. He may feel confused or tired without knowing the exact reason. Learning to recognize his own limits is very important for him. When a Libra man understands that balance also includes self-respect, he becomes stronger and more confident. In the end, his need for balance is not a weakness, but a deep part of his personality that, when used wisely, helps him build peaceful and meaningful relationships. Hidden trait 2. He overthinks even simple decisions. A Libra man is known for thinking deeply, but one hidden side of this habit is how much he overthinks even simple decisions. From the outside, this can look like indecision or hesitation, but inside his mind, there is a long process happening. He does not want to choose quickly because every choice feels important to him. Even small decisions can feel meaningful because he believes that every action can affect balance. Before deciding, he often imagines different results and asks himself how each option may influence his life or the people around him. This constant thinking can slow him down, but it comes from a desire to avoid mistakes. This habit usually starts with his fear of regret. A Libra man does not want to look back and think that he made the wrong choice. He wants to feel sure that he did the best he could. Because of this, he may ask for advice from others or search for more information than necessary. He believes that more thinking will lead to a better result. However, too much thinking can create confusion instead of clarity. When there are too many options, his mind becomes tired, and he may feel mentally blocked. Overthinking also affects his emotional world. When he cannot decide, he may start to doubt himself. He may wonder why other people seem to decide faster and feel more confident. This comparison can lower his self-confidence, even though he is thoughtful and intelligent. In stressful moments, his thoughts may repeat the same questions again and again. This mental loop can make him feel anxious or restless. Instead of feeling calm, he feels stuck between choices. Despite these challenges, this trait also has positive sides. Because he thinks carefully, a Libra man often avoids serious mistakes. He is good at seeing details that others ignore. He understands long-term effects and does not act only on emotion. This makes him reliable in situations that require planning and fairness. People often trust his judgment, even if it takes time. Learning how to manage this habit is important for his personal growth. When a Libra man learns that not every decision needs perfect balance, he feels lighter. Accepting that mistakes are part of life helps him move forward. With time and self-trust, he can keep his thoughtful nature while reducing unnecessary stress. Hidden trait 3. He is emotionally sensitive even if he hides it. A Libra man often appears calm, polite, and emotionally controlled, but behind this calm surface there is a strong emotional sensitivity. He feels emotions deeply even when he chooses not to show them. This sensitivity is not always visible because he prefers to protect harmony and avoid emotional drama. However, inside his mind and heart, many feelings move quietly. He easily notices changes in tone, facial expressions, and behavior. When someone is upset, disappointed, or uncomfortable, he often feels it immediately, even if nothing is said directly. This makes him very aware of emotional atmospheres. Because of this sensitivity, a Libra man is strongly affected by the environment he is in. When he is surrounded by calm, kind, and respectful people, he feels relaxed and balanced. In such environments, his best qualities appear. He becomes more open, supportive, and communicative. On the other hand, when he is in tense or negative situations, his emotional energy drops quickly. Loud arguments, constant criticism, or emotional pressure make him feel uncomfortable and mentally tired. Even if he stays silent, his inner world becomes heavy. He may need time alone later to recover from these emotional experiences. This emotional sensitivity also affects how he connects with people. A Libra man usually wants to understand others on a deeper level. He listens carefully and tries to see situations from different perspectives. Because he feels emotions strongly, he often shows empathy and kindness. People may feel comfortable talking to him because he does not judge quickly. However, this also means that he can absorb other people's emotional problems. When he carries too much emotional weight from others, he may feel overwhelmed without realizing the cause. Another important part of this trait is how he hides his emotions. A Libra man does not like to disturb peace, so he may keep his true feelings inside. He may smile and act normal even when he feels hurt or confused. He believes that showing strong emotions could create conflict or discomfort. Over time, this habit can create inner tension. If emotions are not expressed, they can slowly build up and affect his mood and energy. Learning to accept and express his emotions in a healthy way is very important for a Libra man. When he understands that emotional honesty does not always lead to conflict, he becomes more balanced. His sensitivity is not a weakness, but a powerful trait that helps him connect deeply with others and understand human emotions on a meaningful level. Hidden trait 4. He avoids conflict even when it is necessary. A Libra man has a strong tendency to avoid conflict, and this habit is deeply connected to his need for peace and harmony. For him, conflict feels uncomfortable and emotionally disturbing. When voices rise or tension appears, his first instinct is to calm the situation or step away from it. He believes that arguments often create more damage than solutions. Because of this belief, he prefers polite discussion, compromise, or silence instead of direct confrontation. From the outside, this behavior can look mature and controlled, but inside, it is often a protective reaction. This avoidance usually starts early in the situation. When a problem appears, a Libra man may try to ignore it at first, hoping it will disappear on its own. He may change the topic, stay quiet, or agree just to keep peace. He does not want to hurt anyone's feelings or create emotional distance. In relationships, this can make him seem understanding and easy to get along with. However, this habit can slowly become a problem if the same issues repeat again and again. When conflict is avoided instead of solved, it does not truly disappear. Emotionally, avoiding conflict can create pressure inside a Libra man. He may feel frustrated because his real thoughts and feelings stay unspoken. Over time, this inner frustration can turn into sadness, stress, or emotional distance. He may not even realize why he feels unhappy, because he is used to focusing on others instead of himself. When too many emotions are hidden, they can appear later in unexpected ways, such as sudden silence, cold behavior, or emotional withdrawal. Another reason he avoids conflict is his fear of being misunderstood. A Libra man wants to be seen as fair and kind. He worries that strong words or emotional reactions could change how people see him. For this reason, he carefully chooses his words and timing. He waits for the perfect moment to speak, but sometimes that moment never comes. While patience can be a strength, too much waiting can weaken communication and trust. Learning how to face conflict in a healthy way is an important step for a Libra man's personal growth. Conflict does not always mean fighting or hurting others. It can also mean honest conversation and emotional clarity. When he understands that calm and respectful confrontation can protect relationships instead of damaging them, he feels more confident. By expressing his needs clearly and listening openly, he can create real balance, not just silent peace. Hidden trait 5. He wants to be liked and approved. A Libra man has a strong desire to be liked and approved by the people around him, and this need often guides his behavior more than he realizes. He enjoys positive attention and feels comfortable when others see him as kind, fair, and pleasant. This does not mean he is fake or dishonest, but it does mean that he is very aware of how his actions affect other people's opinions. He wants to create a good impression and avoid being seen as rude or selfish. Because of this, he often adjusts his behavior to match the expectations of others. This desire usually comes from his deep connection to harmony. A Libra man believes that smooth relationships are built on mutual appreciation. When people like him, he feels that balance is present. Compliments, kind words, and approval give him emotional comfort. On the other hand, criticism or rejection can affect him more deeply than he shows. Even small negative comments may stay in his mind for a long time. He may replay conversations and wonder what he did wrong or how he could have acted differently. In daily life, this trait can make him very polite and considerate. He listens carefully, tries not to interrupt, and often agrees to help others. He may say yes even when he feels tired or busy because he does not want to disappoint anyone. While this makes him supportive and reliable, it can also lead to emotional exhaustion. When he constantly puts others first, his own needs slowly move to the background. Over time, this can create frustration and a feeling of being unappreciated. This need for approval can also affect his decision-making. A Libra man may hesitate to express unpopular opinions, even if he believes they are true. He worries that disagreement could create distance or conflict. Because of this, he may keep his real thoughts to himself. While this protects short-term peace, it can weaken honesty in relationships. True connection requires openness, and hiding opinions can prevent deeper understanding. Learning to separate self-worth from other people's approval is very important for a Libra man. When he understands that being liked is not the same as being valued, he gains emotional strength. He can still be kind and respectful without losing himself. By setting gentle boundaries and expressing his true feelings, he creates healthier relationships. In the end, his desire to be liked can become a positive force when it is balanced with self-respect and emotional honesty. Hidden trait 6. He is quietly strong and resilient. A Libra man often appears gentle, calm, and easygoing, but one of his most hidden traits is his quiet inner strength. Many people underestimate him because he does not show power in loud or aggressive ways. He does not need to dominate conversations or prove himself constantly. Instead, his strength is emotional and mental. When life becomes difficult, he usually stays calm on the surface, even if he feels pressure inside. This calm behavior helps him think clearly and avoid panic. While others may react quickly and emotionally, he prefers to pause and observe the situation before responding. This quiet strength is closely connected to his ability to endure emotional challenges. A Libra man may experience disappointment, stress, or confusion, but he rarely shows these feelings openly. He believes that strong emotions should be controlled, especially in front of others. Because of this, people may think he is unaffected by problems. In reality, he processes his struggles internally. He reflects deeply, analyzes his emotions, and slowly finds a way to regain balance. This inner process takes time, but it helps him recover without creating unnecessary conflict. Another sign of his strength is his loyalty to what he believes is right. Even though he avoids conflict, there are moments when he will not step back. When a situation becomes truly unfair or harmful, his calm nature changes into quiet determination. He may not raise his voice, but his words become firm and clear. In these moments, he shows that his values are strong and deeply rooted. He can stand up for himself or others when it truly matters. This strength surprises people who only know his peaceful side. His resilience also appears in long-term situations. When faced with slow progress or repeated challenges, a Libra man does not give up easily. He may feel tired or discouraged, but he continues moving forward step by step. He believes that balance can be restored with patience and effort. This mindset helps him survive difficult periods without losing hope. He trusts that calm thinking and fairness will eventually lead to better results. Learning to recognize his own strength is important for a Libra man. When he understands that being gentle does not mean being weak, his confidence grows. He does not need to change his nature to become stronger. His quiet resilience, emotional control, and strong values already give him power. When he accepts this truth, he becomes more secure in himself and more respected by others. Hidden trait 7. He values beauty, order, and harmony in everything. A Libra man has a deep appreciation for beauty, order, and harmony, and this hidden trait influences many parts of his daily life. For him, beauty is not only about physical appearance, but also about balance, clarity, and meaning. He enjoys environments that feel organized, calm, and visually pleasing. When his surroundings are messy or chaotic, he may feel mentally uncomfortable, even if he cannot explain why. Clean spaces, soft colors, and well-arranged details help him feel relaxed and focused. This is because his mind works best when the outside world feels balanced. This love for beauty also affects his personal style and choices. A Libra man often pays attention to how he dresses, how he speaks, and how he presents himself. He prefers clothes that look elegant and well-matched, rather than extreme or careless styles. His goal is not to impress loudly, but to create a pleasant and balanced impression. The same idea appears in his communication. He chooses his words carefully and prefers polite and respectful language. He believes that beauty and expression can prevent misunderstanding and conflict. Order is another important part of this trait. A Libra man likes things to make sense. He prefers clear plans, fair rules, and logical systems. When situations feel disorganized or unclear, he may feel stressed and uncertain. This is why he often asks questions and wants explanations. He is not trying to control others, but trying to understand the structure of a situation. When he understands how things work, he feels more secure and balanced. This love for order also makes him reliable, because he likes to do things properly and fairly. Harmony is the center of this trait. A Libra man wants different parts of life to work together smoothly. He dislikes extremes and sudden changes. Instead, he prefers steady progress and balanced solutions. In relationships, this means he tries to create equality and mutual respect. He wants both sides to feel heard and valued. When harmony is present, he feels emotionally safe. When harmony is broken, he feels uneasy and may spend a lot of time thinking about how to restore it. However, this strong focus on beauty and order can sometimes turn into pressure. A Libra man may feel disappointed when reality does not match his ideal image. Life is not always balanced or fair, and accepting this can be difficult for him. Learning that imperfection is also part of life helps him grow emotionally. When he understands that beauty can exist even in small flaws, he feels freer and more relaxed. In the end, his love for beauty, order, and harmony is a powerful trait that helps him create peaceful spaces and meaningful connections when it is balanced with realism and self-acceptance. Hidden trait 8. He needs regular time alone to reset his mind. A Libra man is often seen as social, friendly, and easy to talk to. But a hidden and very important trait is his strong need for regular time alone. Even though he enjoys conversations and relationships, too much social interaction can slowly drain his energy. When he spends long periods listening to others, managing emotions, and keeping harmony, his mind becomes tired. Time alone helps him restore balance and reconnect with his inner world. This need is not about rejecting people, but about protecting his emotional health. During time alone, a Libra man reflects deeply. He thinks about recent conversations, decisions, and emotions. He reviews situations and asks himself whether things feel fair and balanced. This reflection helps him understand himself better. Without this quiet time, his thoughts can become mixed and unclear. He may feel restless or emotionally heavy without knowing the reason. Silence allows his mind to organize itself again. This is why solitude is not a luxury for him, but a necessity. This trait can sometimes confuse people around him. Friends or partners may think he is distant or uninterested when he asks for space. In reality, he is simply recharging. Because he is sensitive to emotions and atmospheres, constant interaction can overload his senses. When he takes time alone, he returns more calm, patient, and emotionally present. Without this break, he may become quiet, distracted, or emotionally unavailable. Understanding this rhythm helps others connect with him more healthily. Time alone also helps a Libra man make better decisions. Away from outside opinions, he can hear his own thoughts more clearly. This is especially important for someone who often seeks balance and avoids conflict. In solitude, he can identify what he truly wants instead of what others expect. This strengthens his self-awareness and confidence. Over time, this habit helps him trust himself more and depend less on approval from others. However, learning to ask for space openly is a challenge for him. A Libra man may feel guilty about needing distance because he does not want to hurt anyone's feelings. He may delay asking for alone time until he feels emotionally exhausted. Learning that healthy space improves relationships is an important lesson for him. When he communicates his needs calmly and honestly, he creates stronger and more balanced connections. In the end, regular time alone is not a weakness, but a key part of how a Libra man stays emotionally stable, thoughtful, and true to himself. Hidden trait 9. He struggles with making final decisions and letting go. A Libra man often struggles with making final decisions and fully letting go of options, and this hidden trait affects many areas of his life. Because he naturally sees multiple sides of every situation, choosing one clear path can feel uncomfortable for him. When he makes a decision, he is aware that other possibilities are being left behind. This awareness creates inner tension because he wants everything to feel fair and complete. Even after deciding, his mind may return to the other options, wondering if a different choice would have been better. This difficulty is closely connected to his desire for balance and harmony. A Libra man does not like the feeling of loss or imbalance that comes with final decisions. Ending something means closing a door, and closed doors make him uneasy. For this reason, he may delay decisions or keep situations open longer than necessary. In relationships, this can appear as hesitation or uncertainty. He may take a long time to fully commit, not because he lacks feelings, but because he wants to be completely sure that the choice is right for everyone involved. Emotionally, this trait can be exhausting. When decisions remain unfinished, his mind stays active and restless. He may replay conversations, imagine different outcomes, and question his actions. This mental activity can reduce his ability to enjoy the present moment. Instead of feeling satisfied with what he has chosen, he focuses on what could have been. Over time, this can create anxiety and emotional fatigue. He may feel stuck even when progress is possible. However, this trait also has a thoughtful side. Because he does not decide quickly, a Libra man often avoids impulsive mistakes. He respects the importance of choices and understands their long-term effects. He wants decisions to feel meaningful, not rushed. People may see him as careful and responsible, especially in serious matters. His challenge is not a lack of intelligence or commitment, but a fear of imbalance and regret. Learning to accept that no decision can be perfect is an important lesson for a Libra man. When he understands that every choice includes both gain and loss, he feels lighter. Letting go does not mean failure, but growth. Trusting that balance can return after a decision helps him move forward. With practice, he can learn to make clear choices and still remain fair and thoughtful. In the end, his struggle with final decisions becomes easier when he accepts uncertainty as a natural part of life and growth. Hidden trait 10. He is much stronger than he appears. A Libra man often gives the impression of being calm, gentle, and emotionally soft. But one of his most hidden traits is his inner strength. At first glance, people may think he avoids difficulty or pressure, but this is far from the truth. His strength does not come from loud actions or strong words. Instead, it comes from his ability to stay balanced during emotional challenges. When situations become difficult, he usually remains calm on the outside, while carefully managing his emotions on the inside. This quiet control allows him to survive situations that would emotionally exhaust many others. This strength is closely connected to his self-control. A Libra man knows how to pause before reacting. Instead of acting on anger or frustration, he chooses patience. This does not mean he feels less. In fact, he often feels more than he shows. However, he understands that emotional reactions can create long-term problems. By staying calm, he protects himself and others from unnecessary conflict. This ability to control reactions gives him a strong advantage in stressful environments such as work, relationships, and family situations. Another sign of his hidden strength is his endurance. A Libra man can stay in difficult situations longer than people expect. He does not give up easily, especially when he believes something is worth protecting. Even when he feels tired or emotionally drained, he continues to search for balance and solutions. He may slow down, but he does not stop. This steady persistence helps him overcome long-term challenges. People may not notice this strength because it happens quietly, over time, rather than through dramatic actions. His strength also appears in his ability to understand others without losing himself completely. A Libra man listens, supports, and empathizes, but deep inside he builds emotional boundaries. These boundaries are not walls, but protective limits. They help him stay kind without becoming emotionally overwhelmed. Learning to build these boundaries is part of his personal growth. When he masters this skill, his strength becomes even clearer. Finally, a Libra man's strength is shown in his growth. Over time, life teaches him that balance is not about pleasing everyone, but about respecting himself as well. When he reaches this understanding, he becomes more confident and decisive. His calm presence becomes powerful, and his gentle nature gains depth. In the end, his true strength lies in combining sensitivity with resilience. This is why a Libra man is often much stronger than he appears, even when the world only sees his calm smile.
Well done for watching this video until the very end. In this episode, we explored the 10 hidden traits of the Libra man as a complete journey, not as separate ideas. Step by step, we saw how his need for balance shapes his mind, how overthinking comes from a desire to be fair, and how emotional sensitivity helps him understand people deeply. We learned why he avoids conflict, why approval matters to him, and how his quiet strength allows him to stay resilient even in difficult situations. We also discovered his love for beauty and harmony, his need for time alone, his struggle with letting go, and finally, how strong he truly is beneath his calm surface. When all these traits come together, a clear picture appears. The Libra man is not weak, confused, or unsure, as he is sometimes described. He is thoughtful, emotionally aware, and deeply human. His challenges exist because he cares about balance, respect, and connection. Understanding these traits helps us see that his calm nature is not emptiness, but depth. His silence is not weakness, but control. If you are a Libra man, this video may help you understand yourself with more clarity and kindness. If you know a Libra man, it may help you see his actions from a new and more patient perspective. Awareness creates better communication, and understanding creates stronger relationships. Now we would love to hear from you. Which of the 10 hidden traits felt the most familiar to you or someone you know? Write your thoughts in the comments and share your experience. Thank you for being part of our English learning series. Keep listening, keep learning, and keep growing. Take care, stay balanced, and we will see you in the next video.